I'm Tyler,
I'm Shorty.
I'm Ava.
and welcome
To the Inner Idiot. This podcast contains graphic language, violence, and other things that you probably should not let your children listen to. Please enjoy.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Because you hear the music. You know what time it is. Put your ugly kids to bed, set the deuce loose, and welcome to the Inner Idiot. I am your host, Tyler Havland, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in my life, but today, I'm recording. Yep, that's right. You hear him chuckling. Maybe. My wonderful co-host, the Lord that's never bored, the commander of the comic book. He took his shirt off just before we started recording. 2 claps and a Ric Flair for Lord Shorty Hoffman. Woo! That is the weirdest woo I've ever heard, sir.
No, it's no woo. No woo. I don't woo.
Just a little slurpy slurp.
That's a slurpy slurp. Some good old water.
Celebrating Pride Month.
No, I don't drink water. Fish fucking it.
That's gross when you think about it.
I mean, it's whatever, you know.
I mean, but what if... Fuck.
It's filtered.
Well, there she is. You hear it. No longer red hair, but she cares. And she just woke up, so, you know, she's not happy with her hair. But her hair looks fine.
Thank you.
The delightful Miss Ava B. 2 claps and Ric Flair. Woo! How you doing today, Ava?
We all know how I'm doing.
Yeah?
Tired.
Well, we know. They don't.
I just woke up.
Tell your wonderful
That's how I'm
fans
doing.
how Miss Ava is doing. How was your day?
This has been my day
This has been
so
your day?
far.
Did you not work today?
No, I didn't go.
Oh.
You didn't go to work? You just said fuck it?
Well, I didn't have to.
Oh, you were off today.
Yeah, I don't work Wednesdays, Thursdays, but I go in sometimes just because money.
Oh.
Because money. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's always
fuck
a
it.
good
Yeah.
reason.
Money's the where it be at, you know?
yeah.
So did you guys prepare your top 5s today?
What was our top 5?
See, look. Your top 5 favorite episodes so far, because this is big episode 50. It's the
I'm
50.
pretty sure I can hammer it out. I'm pretty sure I can hammer this out.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, fuck, you're right. I can't. I'd have to look at the episode list. Hold on. Where's my phone?
Well, I'll just go.
You
with
go
mine.
ahead. You go ahead.
Since I always wait till last. Ava, do you remember the first episode you were on with us?
Yeah, it was when I called my sister the D word.
Yeah, but do you remember what the name of that episode was?
Oh.
Oh,
think
God.
so.
I want to say it's a nerdy party. But anyway, the D word. People were like, what D word was it?
She said dyke.
Alright,
I
so
refuse to say it ever again in my life.
Shit's so fucking funny.
No.
Dude, everybody I've talked to who listens to this show, and like a few of my buddies who are like really far, like, or who are far behind on it, whatever, they're like, they said they just listened to where Ava joined in. And I was like, yeah, so what do you think? They're like, dude, I lost my shit when she said that. I was like, bro, me and Tyler had fucking tears.
yeah, that
This
was
shit was so good.
that in Canada. It made my day.
Oh, it was
Canadian?
the Mississippi one.
Yep, that's one I had pulled up. That's one I thought it was. So here's my top 5.
Mississippi is the worst. Yeah, that's it.
My top 5 favorite episodes. Number 5 is Welcome to the Internet. It's the very first episode, and that's just because it was the first one. I'm glad. It all had to start somewhere.
Yeah,
Number 4 would be Polka Party, when we had Chad on.
that was a good one.
That was still one of my very, very, very favorites. Number 3 was 'Tis the Podcast Before Christmas, when you did that majestic ass fucking
Story.
Yeah,
that was
that was great. I loved it. My number 2 is the Mississippi is the worst, because that was when we first brought on Ava. It was the beginning of a new chapter for us. But my all-time favorite episode is, and still remains, man ponds and how to use them. Because to me, that was when you really figured out what this shit show was going to be about.
Did you re-listen to the episode or something? Because I have fucking no idea.
It was the second episode. It was the second episode, and I still think it holds up as our best episode.
Man Ponds is number 4, dog.
No, that's just because of when we had to republish it.
Oh,
it got
okay.
moved around.
All right. Let's see. These are in no particular order because whatever. Polka Party, obviously, dude. That guy was a lot of fucking fun. He was a blast to have on here. It was a good humor.
Yeah, and an update on him. He did some stand-up a couple weeks back.
Did he?
Yes.
Did you watch it? Did you go?
No, unfortunately, I had kids that weekend, so I wasn't able to make the show.
Oh, man, I wish I would've
he's
known
gonna do
about
it again.
Well, fuck. He needs to. You reach out to him, right? Or he reaches out to you or anything
I
like
talk
that?
to him all the time.
Good. Fucking have him reach out to us, man. I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him stand up or whatever. I'd love to just talk to him again. If he wants to come back on, I would love to have him.
Oh yeah,
It
definitely.
was a blast. Then another one would be Wes Around the World. Having Wes on here is such a hoot. He's still one of my favorite people. And him bitching about TikTok for 10 minutes,
Dude,
single-handedly one of my favorite things we've ever done.
yeah, and that episode actually outperformed a lot of other episodes.
Oh
too.
yeah.
A lot of people wanted to hear Wes.
Then calling us out when we actually did a recap.
Yeah, eventually we're gonna have to do another recap.
Yeah. That was a blast. That was a lot of fun.
Do you remember how long that episode felt? And now it doesn't even hold up as one of our longest episodes.
No, hell no. Well, early on in our recordings, we went really long.
No,
Well, no. It felt really long.
27 minutes was the first recording.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know, right?
I think a lot of that, dude, is anybody who's wanting to start a podcast or something like that, and like, especially like me and you, we didn't talk very much just by ourselves when we first started this. So it was very, I don't know, you can tell that we weren't super comfortable with each other.
Right.
And then obviously by episode 5, dude, we were fucking like chill.
Yeah,
and everything
hammering
was
out
good.
45 minutes like it was nothing.
Let's see. The next one is probably this episode is a casserole, where we had the huge discussion of what defines a casserole.
Yeah.
Like, that was a lot of fun.
My audio is messed up on that one, though, or else that one would have been on my list.
Yeah.
I think that was the first Dear Karen episode, too.
Maybe. I don't recall. And then one of them, obviously, is the first episode Ava was on with us, because I can't help but every time somebody asks me about my favorite moment, it's literally either Wes bitching about TikTok or Ava saying dyke.
Yeah.
That, like, dude, there's nothing better. Like, I want to get Ava's face with the word dyke underneath of it just on a t-shirt.
Oh, that's awful.
It's shit,
Wear it
dude.
all Pride Month.
I would.
No.
I would. Be proud. I love, or just say I like. I
that
love.
was the biggest belly laugh, most organic laugh we had on the show. And we had to hold it in. That was the thing too, because we both me and
fuck.
Shorty
I don't
looked
know
at
if
each
I
other
did.
like, oh god.
I don't know if I could. Let's see. Oh God.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's 49 of them to sieve through.
Is It's a Nerd Party when Ava first showed up?
No, the Mississippi. I can't even say it without feeling like I'm having a seizure. The Mississippi.
Yeah.
And our
I guess It's a
Mississippi.
Nerd Party was a good. Was one of my favorite episodes because like I really got to rant about comic books for a long period of time for
Yeah.
that. But that's, I mean, anytime I get to go on about just like what I love, it's a good episode.
Anytime Shorty gets to pontificate, he loves it.
Pontificate.
Look at that, big words.
Big words.
I even know what that one means.
That's good. Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Now, I know your scope isn't as large as ours, Ava, but do you have some favorite episodes so far?
Definitely the first one that I was on. That was a lot of fun.
That took a fair amount of convincing too.
Did it? I wasn't
Yeah.
part of
Yeah.
the convincing process. The
Well,
negotiations.
we were at B-Dubs
I
and
was terrified.
yeah, we were at B-Dubs and I asked her, I was like, Ava, because you texted me and asked me if I had a guest for, like, if I had any ideas for guests. I was like, fuck it, I'll get one today. And you just said, okay, you didn't question it,
Yeah.
whatever, like, that's fine. And I told Ava, I was like, Ava, do you want to be on a podcast? And she was like, that sounds fun, but I don't think it'd be fun. You know, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I was like, no, come on. Let's go. It took like 20 minutes of me just saying, come on, let's go. I damn near had to pick her up and carry her in here with us.
And look, now you're on almost every episode, Ava.
Yeah.
She said, yeah.
After like I think it was that night or whatever, I texted her and I was like, Ava, did you have fun? She goes, yeah, that was a lot of fun. She goes, I'll be okay with that. And then, of course, as soon as I asked her to be a permanent part, dude, she was right on it. She had no questions. She was ready to go.
All right, so there's your first one. You got any more favorites?
I was looking through and the Hot Girl Summer one was fun.
Yeah, that one was a good one. That one actually performed really well, too.
Really?
You know which one I think has actually been our best performer so far is Weird Jumping Off Point.
Really?
Yes. I don't know. It was probably all the shout-outs. That had to have been what it was.
So annoyed by that.
That was that episode, wasn't it?
Yeah. I do got shout-outs today. I think I only got like 2. But I don't remember what they were, so please forgive me. So we'll get to it when we come back to
I just remember my sister and Becky.
Yeah, I forgot about those 2. Oh, well, we can go ahead and do those 2, right? Right?
Ava, do you have any more favorite episodes?
No.
No. She's new. It's okay.
Yeah, I was like, I feel bad, but it's like
You'll get there.
That you don't actively listen to the podcast, do you?
I do sometimes at work. I will listen to it.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. Like, if somebody texts me about something that I can't recall, I'll listen to an episode. But if other than that, I don't listen to our shit.
Well, one of these days, I'm going to have to go back and listen to it and grab all the shit we got to recap.
Oh, fuck.
And that's going to take me days.
I mean, it's only on average 45 minutes an episode. So, I mean, like,
Yeah, but we haven't recapped since episode 10.
I'll figure it out, bud.
Shit, that's a lot of recapping.
I mean, we're only 50, dog. Got it.
All right, well, here's the quick shout-outs before we go to break.
Okay.
All right, Rosemarie from the Inner Idiot fan page, her favorite episode was It's Not Even Christmas Yet. And I remember that one because I fucking ranted because of how much I hate Christmas. And Becky Pearl, her favorite is She Can't Choose One because they're all great.
Oh,
That is the perfect answer.
She's so sweet.
That's right, she is.
She's kissing ass.
Eh.
No, she's literally kissing ass.
All right, well, we're going to take a break. Thank you for ass kissing. We love you.
Yep. Thank you.
And we'll be back. This day in history. Hit the button.
Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course. Or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
Fuck it. Again, it did it again. Fuck it. I'm ready. I am ready.
Good, it's recording.
No, I'm not ready. Are we really recording? God damn it. It is June 2nd, 2020, dumb. Led by me, being dumb. Wow, how long was that recording?
Oh, just a few seconds.
Well, shout out to Just Degenerates from Twitter. Their favorite episode was episode 6. Look at that. I didn't even get to today's holidays. That's all right.
Episode 6? Did they not say title?
No, they just said episode 6.
I think they just picked a number before 50.
Maybe. And they're like, hey, here's our chance for a shout out.
This is my favorite number.
They're degens.
Yeah, Just Degenerates. All right, so on this day in history, June 2nd, 1835, P.T. Barnum and his circus began their first tour of the U.S. Now, I know we've touched on a circus at some point. You don't like circuses, do you? Because they stink.
Yeah, they smell like shit.
Yeah, that's right.
All the
That was
fucking
you.
animals.
And what about you, Eva? You like circuses?
I've never been to one.
Well, my whole life is kind of a fucking circus, but that's okay. All right. And the next two go together. In 1851, on June 2nd, the first U.S. alcohol prohibition law was enacted in Maine. Like, they're like, you know what? Y'all have been drinking for so long. Like, fuck it. No more drinking. Could you imagine if they tried that today? It'd be goddamn chaos. I mean, I know you.
There would be riots. Yeah. I swear to God, dude. Like, that would be something like Americans could unite over. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody tried to say, like, hey, no more alcohol. I don't care, like, what your race is, where you stand politically, or anything like that. The entire nation is going to rally together and just like fuck the government. Like
Well-
it's gonna be a thing.
Well, what did Catholics do? Ain't the blood of Christ wine?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everybody. It doesn't matter. You're
Je-
telling us we can't take communion? Baptists would be pissed off because they
Jesus
can't.
out here getting fucking outlawed.
Yeah, it's terrible. Catholics or Baptists would get upset because they can't get hammered on Saturday and go ask for forgiveness on Sunday. It's terrible.
Do you drink, Ava?
No, not
Good,
really.
because you're underage.
Yeah.
Only under 21. She is above the age of 18.
She wouldn't be allowed in this house if she was under the age of 18.
Right. In 1855, June 2nd, the Portland Rum Riot occurs in Portland, Maine.
Because of the prohibition?
Yeah, it took 4 years for these motherfuckers to riot. It'd take 4 goddamn hours for us to riot today.
That's what I'm saying. You know how many
Good
alcoholics we have in this country now? A lot.
A lot.
Heck,
I got so many alcoholics in my family.
I was about to say, I'm related to quite a few of them.
All right. June 2nd, 1875. Alexander Graham Bell makes his first sound transmission, which has led us to this point today, just assaulting your all's fucking ear holes with our sound transmission.
Thank you.
All right, let's see what else we got on tap.
You say we're assaulting them.
We are. We are gently making love to your ear holes, listeners.
See, that's not assault.
Well, it is.
It is if they're not consenting to it. But if they're listening, they are. What?
She has Joker shoes. I
Oh,
know.
that's dope.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what are you doing?
I fucking dude. I seen it. I was like, there's no way.
We're gonna have to get a picture of
And
this.
see, what's funny is I recognize it from the back, and you can't even see Joker's face. I just recognize it from the comic books. Sorry. Back to what we were talking about.
June 2nd, 1928. Kraft, building on the original 1918 design, rolls out Velveeta cheese.
Ooh.
Everybody loves some fucking cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Like, if they outlaw cheese and alcohol, that's probably the beginning of the end. That's the apocalypse.
Is that right?
Velveeta cheese is creepy, though. Like, you don't even have to refrigerate it.
No, but it's so delicious when you melt that shit.
Yeah, but, like...
The fact that you
is
don't have
it-
to refrigerate it makes it creepy.
Yeah, because, like, is it cheese? Is it, like, actually cheese?
Yeah. Now, you know, pre-sliced cheese that's in a package, that's like two elements away or some shit from being plastic. And I'm here for it because that shit's goddamn delicious. Slap that on some grilled cheese. Oh,
Man, I'm so hungry.
me too. I got BLTs waiting for me at my house.
Oh, well, isn't that nice?
Well,
Hey, but you want to order pizza?
Yes.
Sweet.
pizza's good too, guys.
It's got cheese on it.
It does. Not Velveeta though.
Velveeta cheese on pizza would be
Weird.
not good.
You don't think so?
No. Not at all.
I mean, maybe if there's a specific, but I'm gonna figure out a way to make a fucking pizza with Velveeta cheese on
Just-
it now. Just out of spite.
I ain't gonna try it.
I mean, I'll eat it.
Exactly.
I won't.
Why?
And I don't...
You should try everything once.
And
Yeah.
if you don't like it,
Within
try it
stipu-
twice.
with-
Maybe you were wrong the first time.
Within reason.
But
Within reason.
that's a concoction, though. That's not, like...
Okay, so true story. Like years ago, I can't say names, but one of my older roommates used to get high as balls all the time. And he would come home and he would just start making things, food. And for a long time, I had what I called the Stoner's Cookbook. And I had this guy literally throw everything together, and I would sit behind him and start writing. Because it all started because he showed up at home, and I forget what the hell he did. He just took ramen noodles, a shit ton of spices, a piece of, like 2 or 3 pieces of chicken, some roast beef, some macaroni and cheese, but I don't think it was Velveeta. I think it was Kraft, because I don't know what kind of satanic shit we were doing. But, like, we had
Kraft
all...
is Velveeta.
Huh?
Kraft is Velveeta. That's what we just learned.
Is it?
Yes. Kraft makes Velveeta. Look at the goddamn boxes, people.
Then
You are
why-
not some cheese aficionados in this motherfucker.
Then why is the Velveeta mac and cheese so much better than...
Because that comes in a cheese. Oh God, my outer fat kid showing. So that in the box is a packet of cheese sauce, not
That's-
cheese powder.
cheese powder? That's just...
No, the cheese powder's good. You add some butter in it, ooh, and some milk.
It, like,
Oh.
has a specific taste.
It
and
does.
It tastes
Yeah, it
so,
tastes like shit.
It tastes so fake to me.
The cheese is cheese, people. It's just dried
But it's-
cheese. That's all it is.
Yeah,
You
but
have to
why?
add water and milk too?
No, it's just the milk and butter. Don't fuck water. Don't nobody want the healthy shit in our mac and cheese, okay? But yes, the cheese sauce packets are much better, and it's got to be shells. because it holds the goddamn cheese, and it's just like a little burst of fucking cheese in your mouth when you bite into the shell.
You're
It's
so
so
fat.
goddamn yeah.
You're so passionate about this. God
It's
damn.
mac and cheese, dude.
You talking about fucking mac and cheese is like me talking about comic books.
The milk
true.
and water thing reminds me. Do you put milk or water in hot chocolate?
Milk. The milk, hands down. Water.
I
It
don't really
dissolves
drink hot
better
chocolate.
in water, but
Dude, I have met somebody who specifically is like, no, I think water is better. What?
I mean,
No, it's not.
it dissolves better.
It's just not better though.
It holds better because here's the thing: when you have hot chocolate and you use milk, you have to drink it quick because once that milk starts to cool, and it's in that,
It tastes like
in-between-
Yoo-hoo.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't know. Something about that in between range with milk just throws me off.
But like,
It's got to be hot or cold.
why water?
That, I mean, that's what most hot chocolate's made for is water.
But it's
It's been so long since I've had hot chocolate, I can't tell you. Because I don't really drink it.
Really? I mean,
I drink hot tea. I don't drink.
tea is
in the ca-
disgusting, sir.
Shut the fuck up.
You take your peppermint with chocolate, and you take your tea.
There's all
and
kinds
you
of
throw
teas,
it
you
off
piece
the
of shit.
Fucking cliff somewhere. We're gonna lock peppermint and chocolate. We're gonna throw it in a little box, okay?
I'll
And then
give you
we're-
some fucking tea that's delicious.
And then we're gonna take tea
I'm gonna
and we're
punch
gonna
this fat
we're gonna
fuck.
throw it in the box. And then we're gonna close that box and we're gonna lock that motherfucking box up. And we're gonna throw that goddamn box so far in the goddamn ocean and let that bitch sink to the bottom. We're gonna tie chains around it and put weights on it so that shit can never surface
You've
again.
never had good tea, have you?
No, it's all gross.
No, you. I'll fucking smack the shit out of you.
No.
I'll smack you so
won't.
hard you get hair back on your head.
If you can smack me that hard, I wish you fucking would. God damn it. Where were we? I have one more in this day in history, people.
Fucking figure it out there, bud.
In the honor of Pride Month, on June 2nd, 1979, Los Angeles Mayor Tom Bradley signs first homosexual rights bill. I said that really weird.
Homosexual.
Wow. I just went full on retard.
I
It's
prefer
all
the
right.
gangster version, homosexual.
Homosexual. He signed the first homosexual rights bill. I mean, it was L.A. There's a lot of gangsters in L.A.
Word.
Word
What
to
was
your
the
mother.
bill? Like,
I
what
don't
it
know,
it
just-
doesn't detail?
No, you know I don't get into this too much.
Oh, damn it.
Shorty's angry with me today, people.
You
just-
got him all fired up with saying you don't like tea and you're gonna throw
Bro.
it away.
There was a
You
party
got him
about this
fired
shit.
up.
The Boston Tea Party. Sorry.
That's right. Yeah, they did. You see what they did with their goddamn tea? They threw that shit in the ocean
Yeah, because they were upset because of England.
because it's tea. No, that's
Because the
just
taxes.
Yeah, it was taxed.
no. They're like this shit belongs at the bottom of the fucking ocean.
No, tea's delicious, bro.
I've had one thing that somebody called it tea, and it was actually pretty decent. It was called I had this Asian girlfriend, and she made this stuff called red bean soup.
Yeah.
And she said it was a tea, and it was so fucking delicious. It
Yeah.
was like goddamn Narnia in my mouth.
Yeah.
So
I've had it. It's good.
Have you? Is it beans? Is that what she just said? Red bean soup. I was like, this is weird.
I'm
She's
not
like,
exactly sure how it's made. I just remember having it when I went to Japan or whatever. They had a tea bar, and it had all kinds of silly shit in there or whatever. And I just said, give me one, like, cause they're fucking like they don't speak hardly any English or whatever, just enough to fucking get your money and shit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, give me a good one. I told them I wanted earthy, like an earthy tea, and they said, and they went back and they brought me one or whatever. And then talking with another American who was there who spoke Japanese, they told me what it was. Cool. And I drank it. It was delicious.
And it was red bean soup. It didn't taste like tea at all, did it?
No, it tastes like tea.
The one I had wasn't. It was made.
This is what I'm saying, Ty. You're super uneducated in tea. I have like 5 or 6 different brews downstairs. No, not 5 or 6. I have like 10 or 20.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
But
was
you
like,
got 5 or 6 you think I might enjoy.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I'll try them. I mean, we said it. We told Ava, you got to try everything once. I mean, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'll throw that shit at the bottom of the ocean.
I'll fucking punch you in your goddamn fucking.
There's a lot of punch talk going on today, sir. We're going to take a break and smoke about this. Maybe duke it out.
Hey,
And then, what?
nothing.
You just interrupted me for hey nothing? this is what it's about today, people. Episode 50. Hit the fucking button. Shit! Do you love podcasts? Of course you do. That's why you're here. But you know what's even better than listening to a podcast? Making your own. That's right, and Anchor makes it simple. I'm your favorite host, MC Tyler Havlin, and I'm telling you, go download the Anchor app today, Anchor FM. They have all the tools you need to get started today. And best part is, it's totally free. They push it out to all the major platforms like Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. So get started today, people. Go download the app, Anchor FM. I'll wait. Do it now. Felt special and wanted to. You did it to me again, didn't you?
Dude, this is gonna be my new thing. Is just hit record wherever the fuck I feel
saw.
like.
I caught it that time.
He's gonna start getting like used to it.
Yeah, I was watching that.
It's
time. I heard
all about the
click.
surprise.
I heard the click, so you're gonna have to push the button softer.
Ah, damn mechanical keyboards.
This burp is gonna come out right in the middle of me talking to.
Good.
All right, but anyways, 50 episodes in, man. 50. Now we do what? 3 episodes every 2 weeks? Because we're not anywhere near a year yet.
We do one weekly, and then we do one bi-weekly.
Yeah.
So yeah, just 3.
Yeah. I mean, because I feel like we've hit 50 really quick. Because we're
Well, fuck. When was our first episode?
October, I want to say 17th. I'm pulling that out of a hat, but I know it was in mid-October. Or beginning October.
I'd have to go back and look at the messages and stuff and like, hey, this is what we want to do, and this is when we want to do it, or whatever.
Yeah. But we've learned a lot about each other.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like we've said, like we've become friends through the show, and we've learned about each other through the show, and then now we have Ava here.
Mm-hmm.
This is what, maybe your 10th episode?
Is it? I don't think so.
No, 6th. 6th sound right?
Because I haven't been on that many times.
You're our consistent weekly one, but you don't do the weekends because you work Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
So, and typically those are a little bit early. Now, if we do one later in the afternoon, we could totally squeeze you in, no big deal.
Which we need to get a 4th mic in here.
Yeah, so.
Definitely.
Well, we can buy that soon.
Well, here's what I've learned.
Okay.
That I am extremely addicted to fucking attention. Like, I am an attention whore. Yes, look at me. Look at me. Just like that.
No.
Like, that's what I've learned. And
Chris, you have my attention. Because I'm not looking at Tyler the rest of the time. I'm just kidding.
And what I've learned about you is when I met you, like, I thought, man, Shorty, he probably gets a lot of action. And apparently you don't get laid. And that upsets me. That hurts me deep to my core. Yeah.
Yeah, just out me like that.
You out yourself all the time. I
I was
out
going
you
to
all the
say,
time.
it's not the first time we've
No,
seen
it's
Like
true.
today.
And I mean, honestly, it's because I don't like
Put yourself out there.
true. I don't go out. I don't know how to meet women outside of where like my circle is. And like my circle is pretty much here and work. And unless people bring women over here, I don't meet them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going out or anything like that. And online dating is a joke. Just fucking.
That's where I met Reba.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's. I won't say it's a joke for like the like grandiose thing, but like a lot of the women or whatever, they just want to fucking like they want to hook up or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm not about that life. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to do shit like that. I want to fucking talk to people. I want to actually communicate with them, and I want to delve into who they are or whatever. Because, and the big thing, dude, like I don't know, I'm fairly quick when it comes to it. So like it gets really heavy really quickly, and I've been told that's bad. So
You just gotta find somebody that matches your speed, man.
true. So I mean the biggest reason is I don't try. Like I could get laid a lot more, but I don't.
And he says that with not a big head, people. I promise you.
Well, no, there's been several women that are like, "Hey, shorty, you want to fool around?" I'm like, "No, not really." Mainly because I don't like if I don't care about them at some extent, I don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm only going to sleep with women that I trust, and women that I care about on some emotional level. Like me just going out to fuck, not my style. I've never been big into it.
You're a good guy, Shorty.
I try.
You're a good guy. What have you learned about yourself in your 6 episodes?
Just to be more like go with the flow, I guess.
You know what
'Cause-
I've learned about you?
What?
That you don't stay close enough to the goddamn microphone.
I'm so sorry.
It's not
Yeah,
like
like,
she
a
said
lot of
the
times
and
I
she's
feel my
moving it
a lot
away.
of times I feel my like mustache and beard rubbing this thing. And
I'm
I
just
know
gonna lightly kiss it from now on.
Yeah, you just need to grow a mustache, Ava.
Okay.
I miss my mustache.
You have a little one. It's coming back.
It's not the Chubb Norris special though.
No, but it's
so
coming
is the
back.
Chubb Norris special. This is something I need to know now. Is that where you shave everything but the mustache?
Yes,
Okay.
and I feel like it's coming back.
You should just rock it all the time.
That's what I'm thinking because I've been looking back at like reels and stuff, reels and pictures and Instagram posts. I'm like, man, I totally pull off the mustache.
You ought to do like a what is it? A user submitted contest. Like what should your facial hair be?
Yeah, that could get dicey real quick.
I
though.
know, but it'd be funny. Like you could do like the trailer trash Joe Dirt style. Like that should be funny.
I've had that before.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Get just the fucking mutton chops. That's always dope. You know, the fucking Fu Manchu going. You know, something.
I want a handlebar mustache. That's what I want. I just don't know
There
if
you
I
go.
can grow it that long and have it coming into my mouth.
It's hard, dude. Like it's rough. Like I consistently, you see me all the time doing this number, just brushing it off to the side, and it still doesn't help none.
We,
Like I need to get me some mustache wax.
we completely just killed Ava on this.
She's like, yeah, mustache is all right. Woo.
Yeah.
But it has been nice to see Ava open up a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Each episode, except for this one because we won't let her talk.
Just chime in, interrupt us, please.
Yeah, you have to with Shorty. I mean, shit.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm the
Happens.
attention whore, but he loves his
Fucking-
own voice.
What are you side eyeing me for?
You know what I really enjoyed. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, 'cause you know I don't like interrupting people. I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm side eyeing you right now.
Well, you have to in here. And it's kind of how the flow goes. If I'm talking and I hear one of you start, I know that's my cue to like,
Shut the hell up.
yeah, let them get their words out real quick. It happens because that's when you're gonna have something to say. That's when we want to hear you.
It's hard to do this with 3 people,
Really?
just because it's hard to explain. It's like 2's good, 2's perfect, 3's kind of okay.
3 is a party.
Yeah.
I like the dynamic of 3 of us in here. I always have because what was it when we had Donnie on? I think Donnie was our first ever guest.
Probably.
And I felt so good about that episode because when it's the 2 of us, it's great. Like, it's awesome. But when you add that 3rd in, it changes the energy in the room.
Sure.
for me.
Yeah.
It makes it more relaxed. Chris is over here. Look,
Yeah,
for those
he's
of you who don't know,
laughing.
Chris is in studio today. Y'all haven't met Chris yet. Scoot that mic over. Let
He
Chris
told
say
me
hello.
not to.
No, we're saying have Chris say hello.
Hola, mi amigos.
That's probably the only Spanish he knows.
I know something way worse.
I know el grande negro gato los pantalones.
Something about black.
Something about a black.
All right, you said
Pants.
You said it, so I'm gonna say it. Chinga tu madre punto culo negro.
All right. I don't know what that one is. We're going to leave that one alone, though.
Yeah. It's
There's going to be
bad.
somebody who's fluent in Spanish listening to this like, that motherfucker.
I can't believe him.
Huh.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, we're going to leave that one alone. Not with a 10-foot stick, an 11-foot stick, 12-foot stick. Any sticks, we're just going to leave on the ground and not touch it with. But you know something else I've learned?
What's that?
Is I thought I liked comics before we started doing this podcast.
Comic books?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought I liked comic books. And then I met you. And I realized that I wasn't even like putting my toe in the water. And since we've been doing this, like my horizons have opened up to comic books, and like now I'm starting to wanting to get into like the more of the not independent, but the less
Sure.
well known, like the Invincibles, like Image Comics, Dark Horse. Like I want to check out all those now.
Absolutely.
But Ava's got something, y'all.
No, I was just thinking about how my turn just got completely skipped, and then we talked about how we skipped my turn, and then we continued to skip my turn.
All right, well let's keep going.
I was just saying, like, I've learned that not to be so, like, stressed out about every little thing, because it's like, whatever happens, happens. Like, because we already talked about it earlier, that I was, like, terrified to come on here at first, and just not being so shy is what I've learned, I guess, to sum it up.
I will say I am very proud of how like far you've come just in the few episodes and whatnot. And even since when I've really met you, you know, you were really closed off and shit. And you've said it before, like coming over here, you feel safe and you feel always welcome and stuff like that. And that's one thing I've always really tried to do with my home. I want everybody to be able to come in and like be able to come in no matter what. The door's always open. Please have a seat. If you want to fall asleep on my couch, please do it.
Yeah, like I'm comfortable enough to sit down and take your blanket away from you.
Yeah,
and
this
lay down and go
fucking,
bed.
she steals my blanket.
It's our blankie now.
Yeah,
It's our blankie
Yeah.
now. Well, let me pick my jaw up off the floor because Ava just asserted herself, and I'll be damned, next year on June 2nd, this is going to be an on your day in history because that was goddamn majestic. She just shut me down, and it was fucking amazing.
Good.
Ava, I am proud of you. You know she needs
What?
2 claps and Ric Flair.
All's that right?
Yeah. Woo! Ooh, you even got a woo out of Shorty that time. It's a milestone.
And I don't do that.
All right. Well, we have no what the fuck facts today, do we?
No. But I'll tell you what I have learned. I have learned that you are super self-conscious about your hair.
I am. I really, really am, dude. I started going bald at a really early age, and it was bad because people would lie to me about it. Cause I would bitch like, God damn, my hair, it's running away, like I'm going bald, and everybody, no, that's just, that hair's blonde, it's just harder to see. I'd be like, you're a goddamn liar, I ain't blind. Like I go to a fucking hairstylist or I go to a barber because like I was really vain when I was younger.
Sure.
I had long hair, like I was really always concerned about my looks. So when I started going bald, like it hit me really hard. Now I'm okay with it. I'm still a little self-conscious about it, but I keep up with it most of the time. And here's what y'all don't understand. You think having hair is a big deal and tough work, okay? But keeping your goddamn head shaved all the time is work. Because it takes a while to shave a head, especially one the size of mine. All right? And I got pretty proficient about not nicking that shit up. Because I'd fucking walk around with toilet paper pieces all over my goddamn
Do you
head.
use a razor?
Yeah, I use a razor.
I'm just curious.
Yeah. Once every couple days, man. I'm thinking about growing out the Hulk Hogan. Maybe do a back knot.
Dude, I see this. Did we Cake ever tell you about the guy we seen at a concert with the the horseshoe dreadlocks?
No, but look, dude,
what?
the horseshoes are so goddamn bad.
Yeah. So like
There it was.
when you go bald on top, you know, you have this just side around there. We call that the horseshoe. And me and Cake are standing outside of Bogart's, and we're sitting there smoking or whatever. And you know, Cake and I, we're both pretty witty on the fly. And this guy walks out, lights up a cigarette, and I'm staring at him. And I can't think of anything because these are these little pencil thin dreads, probably about 2 inches long, hanging off this guy's head.
Dude looking like the Predator on meth.
Yes, and I'm sitting there looking at him, and Cake looks at me, and then looks at what I'm looking at, and he goes, "Oh shit!" And we're sitting there for a few minutes, and like we look at each other trying to come up with something, and then finally I'm like, "Huh." That's a response. And we just start laughing. Like, that's his. Dude, to this day, if you go downstairs right now and ask Cake if he has anything for that guy, nothing. Because I can't think of nothing. Cake can't think of nothing. It's just done. It's
Imagine looking so rancid you can't have any comeback against it.
I know. It's terrible. It's awful, and I hate it.
Right?
It pisses me off still to this day. That's been over 2 years. Ugh.
All I'm saying is once it looks like you got a flesh-colored yarmulke on at all times, it's time to let go, people. It is time to let go. Unless you're Jewish and you can pull it off, like you could just say, yeah, it's my yarmulke. Or you can just fucking wear a yarmulke.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or you could just put one.
But I ain't Jewish, so I can't wear a yarmulke. Plus, it's all running away up
Why
here,
not?
too. Why not what?
Why can't you wear a yarmulke? Maybe you like the
Because
head.
it's fucking bald up front, too, man.
But I'm
Like,
just saying, like, if you had just the bald spot in the back, right? If you had just that, would you grow your hair out?
No, I wouldn't. Like, it got to a certain point where I could notice it. When it was the first thing I saw in the mirror every day, when I looked in the mirror, because that's what it got that bad. It's the first thing I see. Like, I really struggled with my self-confidence when it started happening. That's when I was like, you know what? It's time to just start buzzing my hair. Then I started doing the buzz thing. But then I started noticing, like, all right, well, this isn't covering it because now I got a fucking horseshoe. I was like, time to start bicking it. And then I've been bicking my head for 5 years, 6 years.
I just like to say, for being a bald man, you got a nice bald head. If I were to go bald right now, I'd have a giant dent for my headphones. It's not working for me.
It really, your headphones left a dent in your head?
Yeah, you can feel it through my hair.
You really can.
Yeah, there's a little channel right here. I can feel it.
That's awesome.
His hair is like conformed to it as well.
It's a fucking little
really
neck
funny.
beard in my room with headphones always on. It's the price I pay.
Well, you got some majestic hair, my friend.
He's got a Jufro.
Yeah, he does.
I got a long Jufro too. I love it.
Do you got like the Jew curls in your pubes? Like you
Doesn't-
ever just twist them up, braid them?
Yes.
So do I. It's fun.
I was gonna say I can't picture you having hair like like just how you are right now is how I met you, and I don't want you to change at all. So like I'm saying like you look good that way. So like you don't need to be like self-conscious.
You got a
about it.
pretty bald head.
You do like you have a good head shape and stuff to be bald. Like I would be yeah, dude, I'm bald. What about it?
He does have a fucking rut.
Yeah, I told you he does.
Oh my God. It's like 2 separate heads up there. Holy fuck.
And half the brain power.
It'd look like if I were to go bald, it would look like the divot of a peanut, like the little channel
Yeah.
in between the.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So have we learned anything else? Is this what we're going with? My hairline?
Well, no, I mean, I've learned.
We've all learned that we're accepting of your hairline.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Off the top of my head, dude, I can't think of anything. Like,
Off
I
the
just, I mean, I've learned to be more comfortable
We're
with
staying
humans.
with the head, huh?
Yeah, we're staying with the head. No, I will say, like, I've learned to appreciate like you as a friend more and stuff like that, and like your passion and drive just for like the show. Like, you are super into it. Every time we talk, even if it's casual, just like, hey, we're gonna hang out or we're gonna do this or whatever. Like, when I came over for your birthday, the first things you said to me was, "Shorty, I got this idea," and like that is where your head's at and everything like that. It's awesome. Like, I'm proud, and what is the word? I admire your passion and drive.
Thank you.
Just to keep this going, and like that is something I've learned about you.
It's all to make people laugh, man.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
Man, I might cry now. We might have to go. You got a pool for today?
Let me think. I could probably come up with one if I need to.
I mean, whether you do or not. I mean, it's been
Sure.
a fairly long episode. We can do a pool. We can not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the people would like it,
Yeah, let's
so
do
I
a
can,
pool.
I can come up with one.
All right,
so.
hit the button.
Okay.
And we're back. And you know, we haven't done Shorty's poll in a while,
Nope.
but
Sorry.
it's time.
All right, so this is from the Flash run, DC Rebirth from 2016. And I'm not sure of the actual, like, I know this book says Revenge, but that's just the single title for the issue. But this is shortly after there was a Speed Force storm. There was something going on in Central City with Barry Allen and the Flash. That lightning was striking down and hitting just a bunch of random people, and they were all getting like super speed and stuff. So like there was 102 Flashes or whatever. So with help from Melina, and I forget her last name, and Wally West, Wallace West. Sorry, Wallace West. For anybody who knows comic books, they'll understand the difference. Wallace West. And
Explain to me the difference.
okay, so Wally West was the Flash that was introduced in the mid 80s to early 90s. And he is the ginger one. He's the did you read Heroes in Crisis? Did I lend you that book?
I didn't read all of it, but I skimmed some of it. But yes, I'm familiar
Okay,
with the
so
ginger one.
that one right there, that is he's the white red hair. That's Wally West. He was the first sidekick to the Flash, known as Speedy, or no, Kid Flash. Speedy's Green Arrow's sidekick. My bad. And then in the mid 2000s, they came out with Wallace West, also known as Wally. And he's a young African American kid who just has speed powers.
Okay.
He's I think he's the adopted nephew or the actual nephew. I'm not 100% of Iris. Barry Allen's love interest in the comic books or whatever. But he also has the Speed Force powers, so he's able to run really fast.
Okay.
So the difference is the young African American kid is known as Wallace. The guy who ends up becoming the Flash in the mid 80s and 90s or whatever, he is known as Wally.
Okay.
So that to me is that's the clear distinction between the two of them.
Okay.
Because they wear a very similar suit. So like even down to the same color scheme, it's almost the exact same. Now when in 2000 when Wally West took over for the Flash, he actually took over for a long time. That's actually the Flash I grew up with. Like in the Justice League Unlimited cartoons and stuff like that. That was actually Wally West. That wasn't Barry Allen.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a lot of people getting confused or whatever because there's a couple of episodes where he's not wearing his costume and he's got the red hair or whatever and they refer to him as Wally and stuff like that. So that was the clear distinction. Barry Allen is blonde, Wally is redhead. And but anyway, so like with Barry Allen, Melina, Wally West and stuff like that, they all Wallace West, they all combined their shut up. They all combine their efforts to make basically a Speed Force school to help people use their powers and kind of get into the flow of things or whatever. And it introduces a lot of cool characters. August Hart, he comes into the picture, which is actually a I don't think I have it up in graphic novel form. I'll have to get Heroes in Crisis for this. But anyway, so August Hart, who is also a forensic or a detective with Barry Allen, working at the Central City Police Department. He is actually Barry Allen's partner. There's a young woman named Avery, who is a young Asian woman who gets speed powers, and they all continuously have speed powers. But anyway, August Hart's brother was killed in just a crossfire thing, and you see Barry struggling with dealing with August going through this, traumatic experience or whatever, also gaining speed powers and trying to educate him on how to be a hero and stuff like that, because obviously everybody who has the Speed Force powers wants to be a superhero. They want to be just like the Flash. And the Flash is real hesitant on it because he's always been the fastest man alive, but now there's dozens of people who are as fast as he is. So he's using his experience to help train these people or whatever. Well, August Hart says he's fine and everything is okay, and he's learning how to use his speed or whatever. Well, turns out that he is not happy still about his brother's passing or whatever. Well, they fucking find the people, and August Hart goes, kills the guy, and they don't know how because he has the ability to actually run so fast he can vaporize people. And like each one of the new speedsters have a very unique way to use the speed. And that's what it was. He was able to suck the life force out of people. It wasn't vaporize. He was able to suck the life force out of people.
Okay.
And so then he goes by the moniker of Godspeed, and his suit looks fucking dope. It's
the all white with the red trim.
Yes. It's actually gold. I don't know why it looks red in the picture, but I mean it is honestly one of my favorite new concepts for a design, especially for the Flash family. It's so good. And for a long time, Barry is struggling with trying to keep his friend from falling into this, path of being a villain and whatnot. And he's trying to save his buddy. And also with that, you have this school of kids and people all dealing with the Flash, the Speed Force and gaining their speed or whatever. And you see a lot of cool interaction between Wallace West and Avery, the young Asian girl. Like they kind of hit off in a sweet little romance thing. And it's always cool to see Wallace go through the in the comic books or whatever, because he doesn't get a lot of limelight, and it's sad because he's a really cool character. He has a lot of cool development because in that realm of comic books, his father was the Reverse Flash for a while, or Professor Zoom. I can't remember which. But
I thought Professor Zoom and Reverse Flash were one and the same.
No.
No? Okay.
No. And actually, it might not be Professor Zoom. It just might be Zoom. But they are different entities, especially in the comic books. There for a little while, they were the same. But then in the New 52, they split it, I want to say. It was either New 52 or Infinite Crisis. I'm not sure. But they split them up. and there was two different distinct ones, and that's actually where Wallace West gets his origin story, that his father was a speedster as well, and he was a bad guy or whatever. And it really affected him traumatically because the man he looked up to for his whole life turns out to be a villain or whatever. But it's a really cool story watching Barry Allen kind of struggle with being a teacher on such a grand scope, and then dealing with everybody getting Speed Force powers, because not all these people want to be heroes. Some of them want to be villains. And not only, like, he's dealing with his best friend wanting to be a villain now, and just the introduction of a new character. This is actually his first appearance, was in Flash issue, I want to say it was 3, was the first appearance of Godspeed back in 2016. And that was really cool just to be a part of that and actually see that unfold right in front of me. Because I haven't been around, like, even though I've been in the comic books for the last, 15, 20 years, there hasn't been a lot of, like, really big names introduced into comic books. There have been some names, but not a lot of them. And actually being able to sit there and read that Wednesday when this book dropped, I'm a part of this history now. I was able to be one of the first people to see Godspeed being created.
That's dope.
That to me is always really fun, really exciting to see. But it's a really good story. Joshua Williamson, I've mentioned it before, he does such a good job on writing dialogue and getting you invested into the characters. And the art, particularly, oh my god, I lost his name. Carmine, I'm going to butcher this. Giondo Mecaloni or something like that. I don't know. God bless it. I'll type it out and people can figure it out from there. But he does such a wonderful job with the art. It's really crisp. The way he draws the lightning strikes and everything like that is really dope. But yeah, it's a really cool story. It's a really good jumping point. Obviously, it's number 1. If you wanted to start reading Flash, you can go to DC Rebirth Volume 1 and read it from there on. And Joshua Williamson, I mean, everything he touches is gold. He's currently writing Batman and Detective Comics, and it's so good. Oh my god. He did a short little series on Swamp Thing, and everybody knows I'm a huge fan of Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's such a fantastic
You
writer.
made me want to actually read Swamp Thing, which is a feat, because I've never cared for him.
Sure. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Like, it's a hard story. It's a hard story for me to, like, give an analysis on, because it's so fast, no pun intended, of going all over the place. It is a very hard thing. And, like, the story arc itself ends with August Hart running away and, like, going on his own path and doing stuff, and Barry Allen can't chase him because he has to stay in Central City and do his job. And so, like, you're kind of left off to the side, but if you keep reading, he shows back up later, and it's super good watching their, like, emotional conflict of once being best friends to now not being friends at all and being enemies and stuff. And I love seeing that kind of, not only are they dealing with superhuman and extravagant battles, they're also dealing with deep and emotional struggles and stuff, and that to me is more powerful than anything. I love seeing it. That's all I got.
Yeah,
You got anything to add today, Ava?
I don't think so.
So I think that's it.
That's it.
So in the meantime,
In the betweens time.
Remember, it's always good to snort a line of Cheetos dust off your girlfriend's right butt cheek right before bed. Really livens things up. Cue the music. We out.
Oh, damn it.
You hit the wrong button.
Always.